Alright, I just want to put a shout out to everybody on YouTube. Appreciate you guys tuning in, checking out these artifacts on Indian Trace. A couple pieces right here that I found today. Really thankful for. I suffered. I suffered the cold. It reduced me, and I know you guys know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm going to show some of what I call my small rhyolite mix today. Give you a close-up of those. Before I do, I want to show you something, a contrast. I have taken for granted that a lot of the points that I find in materials that I have, such as all the crystal and all the rhyolites, you just think, well, everybody else has got that. Well, as I know now, all you guys don't. We find tremendously different materials. And so as we're out there and find these pieces made out of all this different rock, as you can see in here, I have already the contrast that I can see. The contrast here of a couple pieces that I've acquired through gifts, and I just put a shout out. All I can say is this: beautiful different material. You can see as we pull back, nothing else in my box like it. Now there is a piece here that I found. It's a completely different material, but it is a colored point, and I don't find too many. A Marl Mountain point, if I can get a close-up on it. There we go. It's a different material for sure. It's a granular, whereas this material here is real smooth. Gorgeous stuff though, and I appreciate it. You guys make sure that you tune in as well to Dirt Flippin' Cajun and some of the other guys out there. You guys got incredible pieces, and I know that some of you are going to come across some other smokers, and I'll keep an eye out for that. This is a collection from one little compartment, which happens to be just this little one here, and I only have about one more or two more compartments that I really want to show everybody. Never got to do a cleanup on these. These are my small rhyolite mix points. Different styles, but all small rhyolite stuff, and just stuff that I keep in my show box. Nice points though. And I just wanted to go through them, and if there's a couple comments that I have on them, just to be able to make those comments and give you guys a close-up of what this stuff really looks like. There we go. Just nice points. I mean, you soak it in. You know what I like about all these points as we look at them? Just nice. I like the fact that each one of these points, probably, I mean, for the most part, now sometimes they're right at the exact same age, but so many times these jump ages and these transfer over 100-year periods, possibly 1,000-year periods of when they were actually used. And I know this not just because the sites are so vastly different, and look at all these points, but just because the styles, and we learn a lot by it. Banded rhyolite, just great stuff. Just a different look at all this different material. So we go down to the next row here. Fun pieces though. And all of these, if we can give a good indication of it, are maybe an inch long pieces. And we have what I think is white rhyolite, and then there's also some other rhyolite and probably some slate in here. I mean, look at this smoker right here. Nice piece. But anyway, I like the fact that we are able as collectors to represent ages and ages of Indian trace, of their heritage, and they definitely were. Many of you guys have heard me say, look at that point. That is a nice point right here. I don't think it's doing justice on this camera. And there we go. Ages and ages of Indian life, but they're the majority race. And I've said that to a lot of people, and what I mean by that, to those of you out here who don't quite get what that means, is their life way and everything they did was the complete majority in the earth at this point. We are young. I mean, as a nation, a little over 200 years, but that's a nice point too. Being a little over 200 years, that's nothing compared to what these points even here represent I'd say conservatively, all the points that we're seeing right here today might represent a 6,000 year span, which is crazy because we're only 200 years old. And as I shared with a friend the other night, you know, the collectors out there, you've only been collecting, nobody's been collecting more than 75 years, 100 years, possibly. That's it. As opposed to 10,000 years of material in the ground. We're the minority race. So it's nice to be able to represent the majority race through collecting the evidence of their lives. And look at this smoker out of slate. Unbelievable piece. And yeah, it's just as nice on the other side as well. That was a great piece to find. Anyway, just wanted to give you guys a clear look at what I call my little my rhyolite mix. All these points fit into one of those little cubbies, so it's really cool and really fun. You guys, I hope you find out there, and I'm sure we'll see what you have to find. Thanks for tuning in.